Hello everyone, my name is Brennan. Welcome back to Tutorial Tuesday. Today we're going to be making a pencil, which is pretty simple to make. I'll show you what that looks like. Basically, actually I showed you already at the beginning of this video. So I'll just go to pencil, which I already have the blend file, so I'll just show it to you. This is what the pencil looks like that we're going to be making. So we'll have little squares, a little pattern of vertices that are extruded inwards that forms basically a square pattern like this, and then also the eraser and the pencil and of course the tip, or the part where you use to write or draw. So let's begin. Let's go and create a new project and delete this cube, go into front view, and let's open up the sidebar and let's load in our reference image, and I will provide a link to this reference image. So let's see the pencil. I have this reference image right here, and this is what the pencil looks like. Of course it looks different from the way I made my pencil, but it's because I'm making my own pencil. It's original, so still more the materials are pretty realistic still. So let's add in a cylinder, and that didn't add in the center. We need to press Shift S, cursor to center, add in a cylinder. This one is going to have 6 vertices, only because a pencil, a real pencil, which I have right here, has 6 different sides. If you look at it, it has 6 different sides. And as you can tell, a pencil also, the edges are they're beveled, so we're going to be adding a bevel in. But after we do this here, so there's 6 sides, go to front view again, and I think that's all we need to do. Maybe we'll just change the radius, make it smaller because it's a smaller pencil. I think we'll go with something like 0.2. Yeah, that's probably good. Rotate it on the z-axis, I think. Is that what it is? No, it's y. 90 degrees. And let's go ahead and go into edit mode. Drag these vertices down here. And you can see this is a little bit bigger than the actual reference image. So I'll move it over, scale it down until it fits. Move these vertices to the very edge, and these vertices to the very tip. And about there, we'll cut it off. We'll extrude, scale this in, and duplicate this, make it a separate object. And we will select this and extrude this out. We'll scale it down a little bit, and then extrude out to the very tip. Press S to scale in, and there we go, we have our tip. Alright, so now what we want to do is add in from here, we'll add in a separate object as well. So we'll duplicate this, press P on the keyboard, and let's extrude this out to about there. And let's add in maybe one edge loop there, as well as 2 on this side, and 2 right here. And let's go ahead and check this out. So actually, I think what I did originally, I don't think I did this. Yeah, I didn't even do this. Because with a pencil, if you look at the back, this piece is rounded more than this. It doesn't have the edges the way that the pencil does on this wooden piece. So let's delete that. Set the cursor to selected at this face, the end face. And let's add in another cylinder. Let's change this back to about 36 vertices. Let's rotate this 90 degrees on the y-axis. Actually, that's the axis. That is the y-axis. Okay, sorry. And let's go into front view again. And let's place this right where this is, about there. This end piece. And we'll drag it out to there. Okay. And let's add in those edge loops we were adding in. Let's add in one here and two on each side. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we'll just grab these in the middle and then subdivide them twice. And what I did was I used that checker select option as I did in the audio visualizer tutorial. Select that, and now you get this nice checker pattern. You extrude, scale it in, and there we go. Nice checker pattern. And what I did was I added an edge split modifier to, after you smooth it, it makes it so that basically does this. So you get all these ugly faces. Everything doesn't look great. So you just add an edge split modifier and it fixes that. So it looks like we might need to add some extra edge loops right here. Maybe first we can just do flip the normals or make sure they're all facing out by pressing Control N on the keyboard. It's a shortcut. And it's not letting me add an edge loop. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know why it's still not letting me add an edge loop right next to this, which is where I need to add it. But I guess it's okay. It should look okay when it renders. We can check that now. Let's see. Yeah, it actually looked good. Okay. Alright, so we've done that. Now let's go and do the eraser. Looks like this is a little bit big, so let's scale that in. Let's move it over. And press Control A and apply the scale on all of these objects. Well, they don't really need to, but this one at least for sure does. So let's drag, yeah, let's scale, move this over and scale it out to about there. And let's put the cursor to this object, and let's add in another cylinder. Rotate it 90 degrees. Let's scale this down, scale it up, and let's see. We need to add an edge loop right here. Well, actually, I didn't even do that. I actually did a bevel. I selected the top face, did a bevel, and about that much. It's probably good. I can extrude this out and scale it in. Yeah, I just added a bevel like that and I smoothed it. That's all I did. So something like this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now let's add a bevel modifier to this edge. Let's apply the scale, make sure the scale is applied. Yep, it is. Let's go to 0.001. Let's add in 3 segments. Maybe something bigger, like 0.0040. And this should actually be over this edge right here. So what we need to do is scale this, excluding the x-axis. There you go. And that should be good, yeah. Okay, and everything's looking good. Okay, now let's start adding in the materials since we're pretty much. And I also let's add in an edge loop here for the texture so we can change the texture. We'll change where the texture is showing up. So let's add in first this main piece right here. Let's go to the top view. Let's go to wireframe, mode, add in a new material. And this is going to be a mix shader. We're going to make this top one diffuse and the bottom one glossy. We're going to select this color selector, and let's get this color from the pencil. Let's see what this looks like. I also turned on ambient occlusion for the rendered image, the final rendered image for this tutorial thumbnail. And so let's turn this up. This is too dark. Yeah. Let me change that to brighter color. Let's see. I think that's about right. It looks pretty close. Let's add in a plane to put underneath this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, and for this piece, let's add in 2 materials. And we'll use the same material, but we will make it a new material. And we'll call the first one the main pencil material. And we'll call this one down here green. We'll just call it shiny green. Okay, shiny green. And we actually don't have to add material, but yeah, shiny pencil. I mean, main pencil. Okay, let's select this edge and this edge right there. Let's go into front view. Easier to do when you're in orthographic view. Go into front view, select this and this face, or these faces. And let's assign the shiny green, which I think is what I did. I hope. Okay, yeah. So this is the shiny green. And the main pencil material will be assigned to this section. Main pencil. And this is also going to have the main pencil material. And this right here will have that material. I'm going to add the same material, the main pencil, but copy it again. And let's just call this pencil tip. And let's change this to a darker brownish color as well as a darker blackish color. And let's change this so that we can actually see what's going on here. We'll change the viewport color to dark color. And let's change all of these to the corresponding colors, or the real colors that they are. Let's change this material to a darker greenish material, something like this. Yeah, something like that. A bit darker. That should be pretty close. Select this. Okay. Another thing I did was I extruded these areas right here. I extruded these inwards like that, which adds a nice extra detail to that thing. So let's do the eraser now. Let's add in a new material, and let's go for a pinkish color. Let's go to the top view, and let's pick that color, make it lighter, something like that. And let's take a look at what this looks like. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. This eraser is not, I don't think it's the right size. Yeah, it's supposed to be bigger. It's supposed to be about that big. I think the whole pencil is actually bigger than it's supposed to be. Yeah. There we go. And this has to be bigger as well. Scale that out. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and then drag this down to the tip. About there. And place the cursor right there. And then cursor to selected. Oops, no, not cursor to selected. Selection to cursor. And should select this geometry and do geometry to origin. And drag it out like this. Scale it in as well, because it's too big. Perfect. There we go. And let's go to top view. Let's go to wireframe. And whoops. Let's go to edit mode. Let's pull this out like that. All right. And now for this material right here, this is probably going to be the last step, is just selecting each of these vertices right here. So one here, skip that one here, skip that one there. That's all you do, and then you drag this out like that. I'll create a extra area where the wooden type material will be. And these are just basic materials. There's nothing realistic. It's not really at all. It's closer to real, but it's not really real. So let's change this to pencil tip wood, and let's assign this to that piece right there. And let's change this material. This material is not very, I don't think it's glossy at all, but just select this color dropper. And we actually forgot to turn up the opacity, which helps, I think. It gets brighter colors, it gets the actual closer to the real color. Let's grab this color right there. And let's change the viewport color to this right here, to the same color that it should be. And I think we're pretty much finished. It's looking great. Actually better than my final result in the tutorial thing. No, in the actual tutorial thumbnail. It's looking great. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next Tuesday. Hope to see you then.